Hey, this is Liz Bentley, and today I want to talk about characteristics that sometimes work for us and sometimes work against us. And the characteristics I'm going to pick today is being humble. Being humble is such a great quality. We love people who are humble because they're unassuming and they don't constantly need to have the spotlight on them and talk about themselves and showboat and, steal people's ideas and own them as if they came up with them themselves, etc. So we love people that are humble, but sometimes it works against us. So if you're somebody who leans into being humble, be aware of where sometimes you might over-index on that. And here's what that looks like. If you're someone who doesn't share your opinion, okay, even if you're not asked, but you're in a group meeting or you're in a one-on-one and people are sharing opinions and you're reserving yours, you could be saying to yourself, look, no one's asking me and I don't need to insert myself here. But the danger is you're not going to be seen as powerful. You're not going to be seen as influencing the room. And people aren't really going to know where you stand. So they might make opinions on it. Another way that we see being humble shows up is in not sharing personal things. Maybe in your workplace or in relationships, you'd rather hear everyone else talk about their personal life and you don't share yours. But the negative in that is people, can't get connected to you on a deeper level. You don't have to share inappropriate information, but if you're not sharing enough, they don't really know your story. They don't know what you're going through. They can't empathize with you or celebrate with you. You might also be afraid of sharing your wins because you don't want to seem like you're bragging. And while that can be a positive, it turns into a negative if people don't know really what you're good at and what you've been doing well. And then last but not least, if you're also, on the other hand, hiding your weaknesses and the things you struggle with, same thing there. They can't really understand what you're working on and where you're trying to improve and what you might need some help with. So if you find that you're someone who's over-indexing on being humble, first thing I want you to do, the first tip is number one, be aware of it. Recognize that this characteristic that everyone loves you for sometimes is not working. Number two, figure out the people and the situations where it happens the most. Okay, identify where is it really happening the most, because that's always the best place to target so you can see yourself doing it and start to make the shift. Number three, let's get to the root of this. What is going on? Why are you afraid to show yourself? Are you afraid of being vulnerable? Are you afraid of not looking smart? Are you afraid of appearing weak? Are you afraid that someone's going to use this information against you? What's going on there? Are you afraid of getting rejected? Okay. So let's get to the root of what's really, really happening. And then last but not least, always remember that change happens slowly, one step at a time. So step into your power. And next week, I'll talk about another characteristic that sometimes can work for us and other times against us.